So if you want to learn how to create this amazing dashboard in Power BI, then keep watching this video, because in this video I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process on how to do this amazing dashboard in Power BI. All right. Now, my name is Majak and I'm a data analyst, and on this particular channel, we talk about data analytics and the tools that are essential in powering your work as a data analyst. All right. So in this particular project, all right, in this particular video, we are going to be working as a data analyst or business analyst, all right, at a major telecommunication company, like say MTN, because our project is based on MTN. All right. And so in this particular project, we are filling in the gap as data analyst or business analyst in MTN. Okay. And so over the past few months, let's say management has noticed something worrying. And that is one, they've noticed that revenue dropping. Two, they've noticed that new companies are joining their company, but even more customers are quietly leaving the company. All right. And our manager calls you, he says, Measure, all right. And so he has you a churn data set containing details about customers, demographics, internet type, service, etc. And he says, Meshach, you know what? I need you to do something with this particular data set as our data analyst. Your job or my job or your job, whoever that is watching, is to one, identify which customer groups are actually churning the most. Two, finding out which customers are leaving, revealing how much revenue is being lost, and highlighting services and cities with the highest churn. All right. Now, this particular analysis is important for management because it will be used directly by the customer experience team, the marketing department, and senior management to design targeted offers, improve service quality, and reduce churn significantly. Okay. And so this is what our manager calls us and informs us. And the professor is some of the questions that will be relevant to answering this or performing an analysis on. Alright, so it says one, we should look at distribution of customers by gender, age group, marital status, demographics that have the highest churn. Okay, whether younger or older people are most likely to churn. How does the churn vary across customers? You know, newer customers more likely to churn than long-term customers, etc. Alright, and so let's delve right in. I'm going to take you through how to answer all of these questions and how to do this in Power BI. All right. So in this particular project, okay, so we have everything that we'll be needing. So we'll be using field parameters. So we've already created our field parameters. So we'll be using the demo parameters, and we will see what those ones contains. And then we also have the KPI parameters, all right, which has our KPIs in them. We also have created some measure table, all right. So we have our measures in here. We have one of this is the churn customers. So the total churn customers, the total revenue by churn customers, we have the overall churn rate, we have the two. So we see all of this. All right, I've already created all of them. I've done the data cleaning, so I will take you through when and as and when I think it's necessary to show you something. I'll let you know. All right, so let's jump right into it. So in starting anything, the first thing that we need to do is to design our background. All right, so we are going to design our background. And design our background, I've already gone through that and I've showed you how to do that already, so you can check that out. So canvas background is going to be, this is going to be yellow, and then this. So we have our background. Now what I like to do is, when I'm done creating my background, I add my wallpaper. And the wallpaper that I'm adding, I'm making it black because MTN, the color for MTN is yellow, black, and currently they are adding a little bit of dark blue, kind of like that. And so these are going to be our colors. All right, these are going to be the three colors that we'll be using this particular project. All right, as you can see right over here. So after working out my background, my wallpaper, then the next thing I want to look at is my KPIs. All right, or what KPIs are essential for this particular project. And so if we come to my measure table where I have all of my KPIs, you can see my KPIs. And so this is total revenue, all right? And this is just a DAX formula. This is how to search for the total revenue or total quantity. If you want, it's just a sum of the totals that is in your data set. And so this is how I got my total revenue, and I have my total customers. All right, so this is my total listed customers. So here you see my DAX function here, and then the total charges. So I have my total charges, the overall churn rate. So this is the churn rate, all right, because one of the questions says that they need you to figure out the churn rate. Is it the overall churn rate, all right? And so I had to find my churn rate. And so this is the formula that I use to find my churn rate, okay? And then we have the churn total revenue, all right? So this is the churn total revenue, and this is my formula where I use to calculate, all right, DAX function. and then the churn customers as well, and also our churn total customers. All right, so you can see that also right over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that, right, so we are going to be showing our KPIs or metrics, and with this we are going to be using the cards. All right, the card visual. So I'll be selecting all of my KPIs. All right, so I'll be selecting all of them because I'll need to showcase all of them for management to see. All right, so yeah, selected all of my KPIs and I have them in the card. All right, okay, so now let's go ahead and format this. So I'm going to come right over here and I'm going to say there are 6 or 7 items, 6. All right, so I want all of them to show all at once horizontally. Okay, then let's continue. So there's no gap. All right, that's fine. I'm going to remove any background, so I don't want any background. All right, then all right, so I'm going to go to cars, and for my cars I'm going to go to background, and I'm going to say I don't want white as a background, I want this to be my background. Okay, and so yeah, then I'm going to move this, and let me see, should we put borders? All right, so let's keep the borders. All right, and then we can give it a little accent. See, with that I want it to be, let's say blue, this blue. All right, this blue. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So we are done with the cars. Now let's move on to our callouts. So this is essentially formatting. All right, what we are doing now is essentially formatting. So formatting. So I'm with this in 15 should be fine. 15, all right, and then this is going to be black. Okay, so this is just formatting. It's nothing really. And then the label is what the churn customers, that's label. All right, so you do that as well, then make this 10. Okay, make this 10. Right, and then yeah. Okay, so now that I have this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to effect and I'm going to remove the background. All right, so that we can have just this. Okay, and now I can just make this small. Right, just make this small and then push it here. All right, so now that we have all of this, we are done. You can see that this is taking a whole lot of space. Okay, and that's because the names that we've given it to them are quite long. So we are going to shorten it out a little bit. All right, and so like so, I'm just going to call this total customers. All right, I'm just going to say total cost. All right, and then I'm going to call this. Let's give it a minute. All right, I'm going to call this charges. All right, you say charges, so that's the total charges. All right, I'm going to say churn rate rather than overall churn rate. I think churn rate is just fine. And then I'm going to say churn total rev, so churn total rev, they should be fine. And the last one is going to be churn customers, right? So let's do that, churn customers. All right, so that's just that. All right, so that we are able to reduce, okay, like so. All right, now let's go and add our borders to it. We are going to come here and say, all right, so we want this to have borders. Okay, we want this to have borders, and the borders we want it to be black. All right, so like so. Okay, so I believe you are done with this. Now let's go here and check it out. So that's exactly what we have right over here. Okay, so the next thing is that we are going to be using our parameters, our four parameters, all right, to do this. And so let's jump right in. So our four parameters, and I've already created the four parameters. If you don't know what four parameters are, I'll urge you to check my video on four parameters. All right, I'll be doing that right over here, but I've already done it, so you might probably not really understand it in details. So be sure to watch my four parameters video. I'll leave the video up so you can check it out. All right, so you understand what we are doing. Okay, now let's continue. So using my field parameters, they have two field parameters that I've created. I've created the demo parameters and I've created my KPI parameters. All right. So the KPI parameters simply contains my measures that I want to use. All right. The metrics that I want to focus on. All right. Or the business wants to focus on. And then my demo parameters are more or less like things that I would probably like to check, here and there. Okay. And so if you look at this, okay, they have said that something like gender, marital status are things that we'll probably want to take a look at. Okay, so I've created my field parameters based on that, and so I'm just going to go right in there and we are going to use the field parameters. Okay, and in my video on field parameters also, I explain into details what field parameters are. They are essential features in Power BI that I would wish any Power BI developer or anyone into Power BI should get to know and then be using. All right, because they are really useful and valuable. All right, so check out my video on field parameters. And then yeah, you can just pause this video, go check it out, and come continue. All right, so yeah, let's continue. So this is my demo, right? So my demo field parameter. So I have age bracket, gender, and married. Now I created a bracket. All right, if you come right in here, okay, to the actual thing, all right, we don't have an age bracket. Initially there wasn't an age bracket, it was just ages. All right, but because of this particular question right over here, all right, where it says that where is it? 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 So it says, are younger or older people more likely to churn? All right. There's no way that you can visualize it with this. Okay. So I had to go in and then create a new column. All right. Okay. So with this particular column, the age bracket, I use what we call conditional columns to derive this particular column. All right, where I have adults, the elderly, and then the young. Now I also use conditional columns to derive this as well. If you don't know what conditional columns are, I have a video. I think I've posted a video, my data analytics, data cleaning video in Power BI query. I'll be leaving that in a link somewhere, or I'll be leaving that somewhere either up here or down here, and then you can check that out as well. Okay, where in that particular video I show you how to use conditional columns, all right, to create new columns, and it works in similar functions like the if function. All right, so that is what I use to create the age bracket, and then the senior in months bracket. Okay, all right, so don't get confused. Now you can also use the if function to group your columns, or to group that particular column, the age column. All right, or you can also use the bin to do that as well. All right, and I have videos on all of these. So let's continue. So I have my demo parameter where I have these items. Okay, and these are slices. All right, these are slices, so we can format this. All right, but I want to add the other parameter, which is going to be the KPI parameter. All right, I'm going to add this as well. So we are also going to have this. All right, and we are going to have this in there. Okay, so these are my two parameters. All right, now let's format them. So once I'm done, I just come in here and I'm going to format this. All right, I'm going to format this. I'm going to say, all right, I want this to be in a vertical format. All right, normally I want these ones to be in vertical format. So I'm going to do just that, and then I'm going to close the gap. All right, the gap is too large. So one, okay, all right, then all right. Now the call out values. Let me check it out before I continue. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I think 12 is fine. So I'm going to bolding it. All right, and this, and I'm going to have so. All right, good. So I think that is fine, and I'm going to be taking the title off and then removing the background. So I need to go and remove the background for the cars as well. So let's do that for the buttons. Sorry. Then yeah, I'm going to remove the background. You can as well just use the asset bar to add a little flare to it. Okay. So the asset bar, we are going to use the same color. and what is it, maybe 4 or 5. All right, so this is fine. And then yeah, like so. Now once we are done with this, we can just format and then do same with this. The only difference is that with this, we don't want it in vertical format, we want it in horizontal format. All right, so we are going to come right here. Yep. All right, let's say that. All right, want this to be 3, 4. Okay. All right, and so we are done. All right, so we have this, and then we have this. Okay, and then we have this, right? And let me make this a little smaller, right? Okay, and now we can expand this a little bit. So I'm going to be expanding this. Okay, so let's continue to make this proper. So I'm going to say let's bring this down a little. All right, and this one is not really showing, so I like to extend this. All right, now let's add our borders. Okay, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to add my visual border. I want it to be black, of course, and then this. All right, let's do the same thing for this. Right, visual border, black. Right, and then this. Okay, so looks like this is now fine. Okay, I'll probably like this to be a little smaller, like so, like so. All right, and this should extend a little bit. Okay, okay. So this all depends on how you want it, your timing. All right. So now the visual to use over there, we are using this. Okay, we are using this particular visual, and I'm choosing this, and I'm choosing that. Okay. So this is not how it's supposed to appear. Category details. All right. We'll put this in here. So all right, we have this, the total revenue by gender. That means there's something wrong somewhere. No, this is fine. All right, so this is what we want. Now we need to format this particular thing. So I'm going to come here, and the colors that I need this color, and I need this color. All right, so these are my two colors. The layout, I think should be fine. Data labels, and data labels, let's leave them as white for now. All right, then the category, let's leave them as white as well. Okay, and now you can come here, and I'm just going to take the title off, and I'm going to remove the background, and what to add a border. Of course, I need to add a border, so this is black. All right, and I think this is done. So we have our first visualization. All right, our first actual visualization, though we have the first row visualization. All right, over here. So let's move on to the next. All right, but before you move on, I think there's still something small that needs to be done. I don't still like the way these ones are cut off. All right, so let's just extend this a little. All right, to match this. All right, so that we can bring this here. Okay, so like so. All right, and then now this gives this particular feature more room to, be expanded. Is the actual the main thing. So I think it's fair enough to give it more room. All right, and then when it comes to this, all right, so let's test it out a little bit and see the total revenue by married. I don't like this color. Why is the color like this? All right, so now we are going in here, and then the colors, I'll make this black, and I want to make this. All right, okay. So let me check for gender as well. I think that's fine. Age bracket. Yeah, I don't want like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to black, blue, and then black. All right. Okay. So I think we are good now. I think this is fine. All right. So essentially we are done with our first visualization. Now let's move on to the second one. So we want to look at churn customers by city and then churn customers by bracket. This is a tenure bracket. All right. So by city and by bracket. All right. So let's go in there and do that. Right. So the next visualization or the next question we are trying to answer is the churn customers by city. All right. Churn customers by city. So which one is that? It should be somewhere. I can't really too tired. Sorry. So we have the churn customers by city. All right. And so with that is an easy thing. Okay, we already have our churn customers. So we are going to select our churn customers. All right. And then we are going to go into our data set. All right. And then pick up city. All right. So we have our churn data set by city. Our churn customers by city. All right. And it looks like it's the top 5 cities, if I remember correctly. So it's more or less like the top 5 cities, the churn customers by the top 5 cities. All right. And so we can come right over here to our cities and I say, you know what, top 5 by top 5 cities, by churn customers. So I'm just going to put this in here and I'm going to make this 5. All right. Then we apply. Okay. And that should be that. All right. Now, there's one thing that I noticed when I was working on this project, all right, earlier, and I realized that although we were looking for the top 5, it showed us top 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what it simply means is that if you look at the 5th and the 6th, they both have the same churn number of customers, and that is why it's bringing both of them, or it's letting you know that both of them are in that 5th ranking. Okay, so it's nothing really serious. All right. Okay. So now we bring this down here. Bring this down here. Okay. All right. All right. And now we format this. But before we format this, I want us to look at the other question, which is the churn customer by the tenure bracket. All right. So the tenure bracket is also in here. All right. So you are going to again look at the churn customers. All right. Churn customers. Okay. By tenure bracket, and that should be somewhere here. Tenure in months, and then this should be tenure in months bracket. All right, so that is this. All right. Okay, and so with this particular one as well, if you look at this particular question, all right, it says how does churn vary across customer tenure? So we have the entire tenure starting point to the end. All right. So let me show you. All right. Tenure, where is it? Customer. So you have the tenure in months. All right. And so what is happening is I start from 1 month. So it's in months. So I start from 1 month all the way to 72 months. All right. So it starts from 1 month all the way to I think 72 months or so. So what I did in creating my tenure is that I said, okay, so if it's between 0 to 7 months, then I'm going to call it that the person left between in less than 6 months. All right. If the person left in less than 6 months or 0 to 6 months. All right. And then I said, all right, if the person was able to stay for about 5 months, about 5 years, that would be from zero to how many months? So a year is 12 months, 2 years is 24 months, 3 years is 36 months, 4 months is 48 months, and then 5 months is 60 months. So if the person is able to stay for 60 months, if it's showing that it's in a month is 60 months, then that means the person have stayed for 5 years exactly. Above 60 months, so we see like 70, 72. So above 60 months, that means the person was able to stay for over 5 years. All right, and so that is essentially what this is showing. So 0 to 6, we have the 0 to 6 months, we have the 60 months, and we have the more than 60 months. All right, so that is what this is showing. Okay, and with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a line chart. All right, to show this. Okay, and so we have this as well. All right, we have this as well. So now we need to just format this. Okay, now we need to just format them. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to format this. So you are doing another formatting. Power BI, the formattings are too much. But I mean, if you don't format, your data sets are not going to stand out. So you need to format them. All right, formatting is really, really, really important, especially if you want your management and those you are reading to understand whatever it is that you want to put across. All right, so don't forget to format your visuals. All right. So we have this, and I'm going to check if there are any green lines. I don't think there are any green lines in this. All right. So we are good to go, and I'm going to turn on my zoom slider. All right. And then the bars, I'm going to make the colors all black. You can use a conditional formatting, but I don't think it's really important here now. So I'm just going to make this black. All right. Then the data levels. I always love to show data levels. I mean, I just love to show data levels. It makes my work easy. So you're going to forgive me, right? So this that all right. Now BI app is misbehaving, but we're still getting through. So go to say this and then this. Here. All right. Now we can take this out and we can add our visual bodies. Good. So yeah, I think this should be it. Wait, hold on. All right. So we are done with this, and now we move on to this. Okay, we move on to this. So let's see if we can just. All right. So now that we have this, now we can format this a little bit. All right. So just going to click in here, and I'm going to say, all right, you know what? This is fine, but the line, I want the line to be black. All right. So you can just come to the color, click on line, come to the color. All right, and then you select the color of the line, and you see, I don't want it to be black, I want it to be black. All right, and that change that works. So it changes, and you can even make the weight heavier. All right, so you can play along with, you can play around with it for as long as you want. And then the markers, all right, so you see what the marker is. I'm going to show for all right, and then the marker, that's it. These are the markers, these round things. So I want it to be blue. All right, and then we are done. Okay, so that is that. So we are done with this, and this. So now we are moving on to our final two. All right, so let's jump right in. All right, and so in our final visualizations, we make use of the draw up and the draw down. Now, if you don't know what draw up and draw down I have a video on that, so you can check that out after this video. But essentially what they do is that they help you to dig deeper into specific items that you have in your visualization. And so let's go back here and let me show you what I mean by what I just said. So if you look at this, you realize that this is a churn customers by payment method. All right, so this is a churn customers by payment method. All right, and you have it down here, but we can dig deeper into each and every one of these. All right, so if I click on this, if I'm to click on the drill down, like I said, I have a video on this already, so I don't really want to go into all of that. But if I click on this and I click on bank withdrawal, the information based on bank withdrawal, based on the hierarchy that I've created, is going to give me results. All right, so these results that you are now seeing, competitor dissatisfaction, attitude, price, and order, are based on the payment method bank withdrawals. All right, the payment method bank withdrawals. All right, and so that is what you are seeing. I'm ready to create this. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to start creating my hierarchy. In my hierarchy, my first one is going to my payment method. All right, so my payment method, then I'm going to take the churn category. All right, so the churn category, and then I think the next one is churn reason, and then paperless billing. All right, paperless billing. Okay, so I've created my hierarchy. Okay, and then the measure that I'm looking at, all right, is my churn customers. All right, and so yeah, you have it right over here. So this is what we have. And now all we are going to do is that we are going to have to format it. All right, so here what we can simply do is that we can just use the same format for this on this, because it's just similar. All right, and then yeah, we are done. Okay, we are done, and yes, the directory is working, should be working. So if you click on this, all right, directory is working. My Power BI is a bit slow at the moment, but it should be working. All right, and so yes, this is it. And then now for our final, so everything, because we took the exact same thing, everything is fine. Then for our final item, we are going to be taking our picture, our MTN picture. All right, so picture, image. All right, so we go to browse, and then we are going to select MTN. So this is it, and then we put that in there. Okay, and then what we need to do is that we need to change it from fit to fill, the entire thing. Okay, then we stretch it out a little bit. Our Power BI is misbehaving. All right, so you see right there, and then we can as well just add the borders. All right, we can as well just add a visual border to it. Okay, and like so. And then voila, we are done with our project. And so yes, I don't know, this is all. So you see what we made use of. All right, so we made use of the drill down and the drill up. We made use of field parameters. All right, formatting, adding pictures, designing background, and you can add this to your portfolio. All right, it's an amazing dashboard. All right, okay. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like to the video. All right, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that whenever I upload a new video like this, you'll be the first to be notified. It also helps to join the Nakomo, all right? And that helps so much with the YouTube algorithm. And so, yeah, if there's a comment that you want to comment, leave that in the comment section below. I'll look at it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave something, all right? Just something, all right, down below. And so, yeah, be sure to practice. Don't forget to try your hands on it in your own way. And yeah, so the next one is going to be another project. Like I said, we're having a 10 days hackathon, all right, where we continuously work on a project each day until 2025 comes to an end, all right, so that by the time we enter into 2026, we are already very confident with preparing dashboards using Power BI, and then we get ready to tackle SEGO, all right. And so yes, I'll catch you in the next one. Do take care of yourself, all right. Bye.